Hi, in this slide, I want to talk about mapping a lot of scenarios involving psychological flow. So you can see the term up here, which was coined by this chap here, who is a professor at the University of Chicago, and he's in Wikipedia and so forth. And I think that when we look at the slide down here in the skill level, let's assume that right here, from 0 to 1 or 2, I don't really have any self-concept of myself as being good at a certain skill. I mean, yeah, I can do it, and, it doesn't matter one way or the other. But maybe from 2 to 5, it's kind of who I am. I do this, and I'm kind of good. I mean, in fact, most people are 5 think they're 8s or 9s because they don't really know how many levels of the game there really are. We just don't know. We don't know. When we were 5, we really think we're, an 8. I mean, 90% of parents think they're in the top decile, Lake Wobegon effect. When we're out here and we're certifiably experts and we even know it, actually, we're not into the status of it. We're just, doing it because, we love being on the path. So that's 3 different distinct perspectives along this continuum. As far as challenge, this is just kind of, turn the crank. This is, hey, this matters, but this up here is, high stakes, like this is going to make or break us as far as making money this month or something like that. So again, different stations. So this then, when we put these together, it gives us some different sort of sentimental scenarios. In this particular map, in the middle is the mean level of challenge and skill. And so if we are, just kind of a hacker at doing something, so we don't have anything invested and I'm good at this at all, and the challenge is 0 to 5, we really don't care because, we don't care. I mean, this isn't who we are. Whereas if our skill set's, better, and we're in a low challenge, then we're bored. It's like, you know what? I'm above this. I'm beyond this. This is beneath me. This is, I'm whatever. Notice, though, that at a low challenge level, when we get out to expert level, it's relaxation. And what's going on here is it's not, I'm not bored because this is beneath me. It's because I'm so good at this, I can do it without thinking about it, and I can actually multitask. So while I'm doing this, I can do something else, like teach. So if I was teaching tennis, for example, and I can get any ball anywhere and hit it back just perfectly for the student, and chat while I'm doing it, I actually can find it kind of relaxing and satisfying from a teaching viewpoint because I'm focused on doing something else. Going up the challenge ladder, if I'm not very good at it, I really don't care. But if somebody is saying, "Hey, quick, take care of this really big, important, hairy idea," I'm way, way over my head. So I'm scared. I'm worried. I don't have any anxiety because I don't even pretend that I can do it. Whereas if I think I'm really good and the challenge gets too great, this blows my cover, and now I'm anxious that my true self is going to be found out. So a little bit of pride and false sense of capability prevents this. Now, I think what's really the most interesting story out are these 3 things out here, because to use a concept I've used in competitive racket sports, tennis and squash specifically, I call it the law of the ladder. If I can find somebody that I'm dead even with, and we're out there playing away, that's my chance for reaching flow in a competitive environment. If I go and I play somebody who's 10-15% better than I'm in it. I'm not getting frustrated, but I'm being stretched, and they're exposing where I'm a little slow or I'm a little lax or, I was not quite precise and they punish me for it. But after I've played with them, if I then do some individual practicing and then I go back and play with somebody who's beneath me by 10-15%, that allows me to play and to consciously focus on 1 or 2 little wrinkles of the game. So that when I incorporate those, when I go back and play against my historic equal, I start to play a little bit better than, and actually then I move up the ladder and I have to find this person might become my new sparring partner, my equal, and I find somebody else to stretch for. So that shows that, we can't go play with somebody way over our head because we're out of the game. It's just too frustrating. We want to play with somebody who's pathetic because we can't practice, what we want to do. So those are some different examples of getting more fluent and flexible and creative with the idea of psychological flow and designing that into not only our own learning experiments, but our children, or our followers. So if I'm going to teach a little kid, how to do something, we're going to figure out how to make it so simple, so close in and so forth that they're on the hook. And then we can, when it starts to be a little bit more boring, then we can say, okay, let's crank up the level a little bit, and we move out on a 45-degree angle towards 10-10 on this chart. Thank you.